Guys, today's video super important because I'm going to simplify the process for you. I'm going to break down really the key to success into three core components, three things that you have to focus on, three pillars, whatever you want to call them. If you focus on these three things, you'll find success. Now, the reason I know this is because when I first started, I didn't do these three things. I didn't focus on these three things. I focused on what everybody was telling me to do. And I focused on SEO and finding the niche and looking for opportunities and just all that crap, right? And I had a hard time finding some success. I made some money, but nothing great. And then in 2016, I really focused on these three things, and that's when I was able to quit my job and go full-time with affiliate marketing. Then somewhere in 2018 or whatever, I started listening to other people again, and I got away from these three things, and my business started declining drastically to the point where I was like, oh shoot, I got to do something. I struggled a little bit, and then in 2020, again, I went back to these three things and only focused really on these three things, and things got really good again. And when you focus on these three things and you stay consistent, it's amazing how fast things can change. So save this video, write these down, put these on your desk as bullet points, because if you follow me in this group, you follow me on YouTube, you read my emails, you follow my trainings, first of all, thank you very much. Second of all, I give you a lot of information. Well, that's because I'm giving you 8 years of experience. It's also because I need to continue to give information in order to establish a trust and build the bond. And those are all important things, but these are the three things that you really need to focus on. So that brings me to the first one, which is the audience. The audience, you guys. The audience is the business. That's where the value is, and that's what you need to focus on. What you are to me, you need to focus on building your tribe. You need to find people who are to you what you are to me, if that makes sense. And it's easier than it sounds, because if you've been following me, like say you started as a complete beginner, knew nothing, you've been following me for 3 weeks, you already know more than people who know nothing. So you can help those people get to where you're at, right? And there's money to be made in that. So the audience is the value, like the affiliate product you're promoting, the course that you're selling, the coaching program that you have, whatever, you know what I mean? Those are just monetization strategies of the business, and the real business is the audience. Now, that's not to say my only goal is to make money off you, but it's you give, you get. Like if I help you and give you information that empowers you to make a positive change in your life by purchasing the product that I'm promoting, then it's a win-win situation. And the cool thing is there's a reciprocity factor in this whole thing. Like I can't tell you how many times people reach out to me and say, hey man, I've been following you for 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years, and I'm ready to purchase this $2,000 product. I want to make sure you get the commission, Brian. And it happens all the time. And it's because it could have been an email, it could have been a training, it could have been a back and forth, it could have been a messenger chat, whatever it is. When you help people, the reciprocity, they want to give back, and it's just the natural order of things. So really focus on empowering that audience, building that audience, and helping that audience. And if you do that, then you'll have a tremendously valuable business. That's key number one. Key number two is that you got to focus on the conversion, right? Like don't focus on the traffic. Like yes, getting more traffic makes you more money, but more traffic is not the solution. You have to focus on the conversion. And you do that a couple of different ways. You focus on the conversion by making sure you promote a product that converts. Now, that can be Legendary Marketer, it can be ClickFunnels, it can be any number of products. And here's the secret, guys, they all work, okay? Everything, they all work. Whatever you promote that I tell you to promote, it works. But you have to focus on getting people to the point where they purchase, right? You can't just spam links or throw stuff out there. Focus on the conversion. And the way you do that is by starting conversations, tweaking your copy, adding more value, creating trainings or webinars, interacting, building an audience, right? We just talked about that. And really nurturing that audience, building the rapport and the trust. So that way when you do make the recommendation, people buy. And it's so much easier to take 100 people and get more of those 100 people to buy than to get an additional 100 people to see your stuff. So that's the second thing is focus on the conversion, not necessarily just the traffic, right? So many people just focus on, I need more traffic. Well, if you have an offer that's not converting, or your systems aren't set up, or you're not building trust enough, then all the traffic in the world is not going to make a difference. And the third thing is value is greater than hype. And that kind of leads into the two things, or kind of it helps the two things that I just mentioned, I guess I should say. But value is greater than hype. And what I mean by that is Because I'm not opposed to sharing a screenshot of a $3,000 commission day. I had one yesterday. I may share that screenshot. Why? People take notice, right? That gets people's attention. They might say, hey, he made $3,000 in a day. I better pay attention to him. Or this may happen to you. It might be smaller. Maybe you make your first commission ever. Maybe you make your first $1,000 commission, right? Your first high ticket commission. And you're like, hey, cool, I just made my first $1,000 commission ever. And that's as much as I used to make in a week. Well, that's going to get people's attention because, you know, you're a quote unquote newbie who's seeing success, right? Those things get people's attention, but that hype, it's not going to translate into the conversion, right? It's just going to get people's attention. What translates into the conversion is the value. So that's why I always recommend, like, whatever you're going to promote, buy into it, because when you buy into it, you're going to learn it. Then you can learn it, then you can do it, then you can teach it, right? And when you do that, you give value to other people, and that's the formula for success. So everything you invest in, when you pick something, it's going to pay for itself 1,000 times over. There's a saying that goes something like, don't be afraid to give 90% of the book away for free. People will buy it for the other 10%. So if you buy into a program, you learn it really, really well. Like if you go in and you're promoting ClickFunnels, join the One Funnel Away Challenge. If you're promoting Legendary Marketer, buy whatever you can afford to invest in. If it's the blueprints, awesome. If it's just the $7 challenge, great. Take that information, implement it, and then teach it. And that's going to bring people in, and they'll be like, cool, you've given me so much information. I want that final piece. I want everything organized, and they're going to buy into the One Funnel Away Challenge or into Legendary Marketer, and that's what's going to earn you the commission. Guys, you focus on those three things, and the rest is cake, man. Like everything else, the nuts and bolts, the details, those will come. You'll learn those things when you buy into the products and start learning them. But those three things, man, the value is greater than hype. Focus on the conversion, and the value is in the audience. Just that's it, guys. That's the secret formula. And just consistently, over and over and over again, stick with one thing. Like pick one thing and go for it, because whatever I tell you to promote, ClickFunnels, Legendary Marketer, or if you find another great converting program in the market that you really want to promote, it works. I guarantee it works. It's not a scam. It works. It's working for people, but you got to make it work. And the way you make it work, those three things, guys. So write them down, put them on your desk. When you're focusing on building your bridge page, or you're looking at the technicals of launching your website, or you're trying to write the perfect emails for your follow-up sequence, or you're trying to figure out ways to get more traffic from TikTok or YouTube, or you're doing your search engine optimization so your videos rank, all those tiny little details, yeah, they'll increase money then, you know, a little bit, but the massive results come from focusing on those three things. So if you have any comments, questions, leave them down below, and if I can help you out, just let me know. We'll see you soon. Bye now.